Welcome to Jack Trice Stadium in Ames, Iowa, where the Cardinal and Gold gathering strength as they gear up to support their Iowa State Cyclones. The Cardinals will get us underway with the opening kickoff. No return coming, he'll call for the fair catch. The Cyclones offense will get the first swing of the game. And as the game evolves into an aerial circus, sometimes you find a superstar running back like this guy.
And when you got this guy, you ride this guy. You give him the ball, you run the football, you find ways to continue to feed him because he just gets stronger and better as the game goes on.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Listen, I know there are a lot of DBs out there that all they want to do is get interceptions and dance in the end zone. This dude likes to put his face in the fan, get close to the line of scrimmage, and tackle. And on the opening drive, if he's out there, he gets a huge tackle for loss early. That is a statement play.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. That's reeled in. It's Lee. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line. The Cyclones have it with a 1st and 10. Going to the ground. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. It's Beck. Quickly complete. Crosses the 30. He's got to lay it. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. And the Cyclones are moving quickly down the field. The run from the shotgun. Stop is made almost immediately. Give him 1 to the 23.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job gang tackling because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the 1st down. Inside the 15, 1st and 10 from the 14. In the red area, it's Hansen. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
They've got him looking run. Now they're going to throw it. Pressure coming. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Got it set up on the outside. They play that screen nicely. He tried to find his way to the marker, but it'll be 4th down.
4th and short. I already called my 3rd down play, knowing I was going for it on 4th down. So you better believe I got the play locked and loaded. We're going for it on 4th down.
And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Cyclones!
I love the aggressive nature of the play calling there. In the opening drive of the game, you have an opportunity on 4th down. Obviously, you just kick a field goal, take the lead early, establish some momentum. Instead, they get aggressive. They go for it. And not just get it, they score a touchdown.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So the Ball State Cardinals offense will go to work for the first time today. Typically, the last thing a defense wants is to have a backer on a wide receiver, but we may see some of that today, guys.
Typically, you don't see linebackers that can run like this guy, and that's why they feel okay letting him cover this dynamic wide receiver one-on-one.
Yeah, and feel okay. It's not going to be a good thing. You better get your hands on him early. Put your physicality. Let that win. It ain't going to be your speed.
They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Still looking on the move. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't. And he's able to attack that space with his speed to get a positive play.
Will they keep it on the ground again here on 3rd down? A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start.
False start. Offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Offense working from the pistol. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. It's on target and complete. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
Hard work pays off, guys. These offenses work so hard week in, week out, working on those critical down distances, 3rd downs. And having that conversion this early in the game, that's got to feel good for this offense.
Fires to the big fella. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
I like this tight end. He does a really nice job on his route running. He's been beating man coverage. He can find the soft spots in the zones. You got to get him involved.
Handoff to the single back. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the 1st period. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the 2nd quarter.
Iowa State 7, Ball State.
Now facing a 3rd down as they line up after the break. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense. And the Cardinals come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Power football with the run. Brought down at the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 6.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on 1st down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
They feed him again. Drives ahead for 3 to the 27-yard line. Here comes 3rd and short from the 27. This defense trying to make them settle for a field goal. They'll try to pick up the 1st through the air. Fires to the big fella. And he gets the 1st down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin. Just inside the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 19. It's a reverse. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
It's so easy to let your eyes lie to you. See the ball kind of go the other way. What's my assignment? My assignment is to make sure I contain on the backside. Great job by the defense, not getting fooled, playing their assignment, and making the play.
They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. The Cardinals looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Cardinals.
And it's a nice toss in the back of the end zone. Give your receiver a chance to make a play, and you could tell he knew exactly where he was, got those tippy toes right down, inbounds for the touchdown reception.
Got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth a chance to have another look. So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they finish it up with a 15-yard scoring toss. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Iowa State sending the offense back out. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't get on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
Right back to him on the ground. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
And here we go. If you're an offense, you've got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of a running game for exactly what you just said. You got to be able to use play-action pass later in this game to get some explosive plays down the field. And it's a play like that we just saw, which can help them get that going.
They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half. This offense has a 2nd down play. Back to pass, it's Beck. Safe completion on the screen. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving. You can hand it to him, you can throw it to him. Either way, he's making his presence felt.
Those are your favorite plays, Reese, the him plays, right? They're finding ways to get him the ball because he can make plays, whether it's running or receiving out of the backfield. They're going to continue to highlight this guy.
Shows him the stiff arm. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. On the run, it's Hansen. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
This defense really is on their heels. They've been on the field now for a long time on this drive, and they're just getting pushed around at the point of attack up front like we saw in that last play.
Really nice stop there from this senior leader. They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. They'll run it up the middle here, looking for a path to the end zone. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
And it's not a surprise who they gave the football to. When you get down in this area, they're going to call his name. The physical back, they're going to give him the football. They're going to use their identity of physicality and run game down here in the red zone.
They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Looking for a man. It's Beck. Drilled as he throws, and they stop him on 4th down with the heat.
You know, offensively in that situation, 4th down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
Off he goes. Big gainer there that'll look good in the stat column, but not quite enough to put any points on the board before time expires here in the first half. The Cyclones will kick it off to start the 2nd half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Ball State takes over the football, and the Cardinal offense headed out. First drive of the 2nd half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the 2nd half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. They'll try to bully their way for the first. Oh, ball's out! And the defense has it. They're going the other way.
I would love to tell you he should have gotten the first down and slid or got down, but that's not what running backs do. They're trying to get extra plays, and I know he had the first down, but he's thinking touchdown. That little bit of extra effort, you can tell, force the turnover, force the fumble, defense recovers.
Some belief in that running game as they pick up 5 to the 35-yard line.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Looking to throw, it's Beck. They'll run the screen. Across the 25, he's got room. They make the stop, but not before the screen has hit him for a first down and much more. Really good execution by this offense. He's looking to throw it. A little floater there that falls incomplete.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working, ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Here they come facing 3rd and long from the 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking left. He caught it. Touchdown, Iowa State. And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
Ball State gets it back. The offense headed to the field. This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. They'll run it to the right. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And that is how you bring it. You see the ball, you go get it right now, and you bring the wood with some bad intentions.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. From the gun, the ground game. And they're able to get him down.
Well, the defense wasn't expecting that. They had a lot of guys back into coverage. That was 2nd and a lot of yards to go, and they got caught off guard. Not enough guys in the box to control that running back.
Trying to pick it up on the ground. Keeps the legs moving. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
That is how it's done on 3rd down and short. No doubt about it. An easy hole to get through and clearly get the first down.
If you really want to simplify football, the low man wins. That time the offense got the better of the D. Easily picked that up.
And it wasn't lack of effort by the running back. He was trying. You could tell he fought one guy off, but another guy in his face right away, just trying to do something. The offensive line needs to do a better job keeping some guys off this guy. Come on, man. Take care of your running back.
And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Makes the catch. It's Chadwick. Just trucks through it. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. He's looking to throw. Quickly out to the tight end. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? Bully ball on 3rd and short. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. That's the end of the period, and Iowa State has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Big drive for this offense late, trying to tie the game. They pieced together a couple of first downs, and here they come again. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play.
This This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last play.
They have work in front of them on 3rd and short from the 42. Wide receiver now comes in motion. They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. He's right on target. The offense coughs it up. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Well, it's a nice job by him making the catch, but guys, you got to secure the ball and put it away. The play's not over. Give the defender credit for knocking it loose, and the defense jumps on it.
Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
They've got a lead here in the 4th quarter, and there's certainly still plenty of football to go. But this is where you'd love to control the flow of the game, right? You want to dictate everything to the defense, and you do that by running the football. That was a really nice run. This offensive line is firing off late. Looks like they're getting stronger as the game goes on, and that is a good sign for the offense.
Just enough room to gain a couple down to the 34. 3rd and short coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. And the Cyclones pick up the first down.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
The Cyclones look to keep this drive humming. Handoff to the lone back. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football, create balance, and right here just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the...
Headed to the end zone, and he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Cyclones! Boy, do they need that score. Gave them a little cushion as they try to put a stop to this 2-game slide.
And when you've got a losing skid, there's nothing like some good old home cooking. They came back home, and they have played an outstanding game. And let's give this crowd a helmet sticker. They've been so loud. You know they've impacted this game, and that's the beauty of college football, helping their team get back in the win column.
Ball State takes over the football, and the Cardinal offense headed out. Ball security going to be paramount this time, Jesse.
Yeah, and sense of urgency, too. They're trailing in this game right now. The turnover wasn't great, so, David, they really got to be able to put something positive together on this drive.
Put something positive together, be aggressive, but don't be reckless. Can't have any more of those turnovers.
Now on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. This one's complete. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. And the Cardinals want to crank the tempo.
First down for the offense.
He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Finds his target down the middle. Tackled at the 43 after picking up 10. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. The Cardinals with the 1st and 10.
29 Philly, 2-9-50.
Back to the air one more time. Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup. They'll put it in play from the 41 on 1st down. He's going to pass. Caught over the middle. It's Presley. and he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. And here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. It's caught. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. They'll throw it on first down. He's got his man. Touchdown, Cardinals! Made the grab and finished the deal in the end zone.
Number 10.
Yeah, and that's step one. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. You got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
So just over 90 seconds to go, and this game's probably going to come down to whether they can recover this onside kick. Oh, look what I found. The offense keeps it. Iowa State sending the offense back out. One possession game, getting late, first order of business, just take care of the football.
So they call this situation 4-minute offense, where you're trying to run the football and throw high percentage passes to maintain possession and bleed the clock. This is a very difficult point of the game to execute at a high level.
Yeah, and listen, what you understand as an offense is if I get 1 or 2 first downs, this ball game's over. And that's your sole objective. Not scoring, take care of the football, get a few first downs, walk out with the W.
The give, and tick, 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 tick. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They'll put it in play from the 40 on 1st and 10. They'll put the tight end in motion. They're going to go right back to him on first down. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. And the Cyclones will try to run out the clock in the final minute. Now he's looking to throw it. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
The Cyclones send out the punt unit. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. First one of the day is on its way, and he's been sort of scarce around here, only called on 1 time in that loss last week. Got to get everybody lined up quickly, time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Looking to move it through the air. Here's a throw downfield late. And he makes the catch inside the 25. In for the touchdown. The clock strikes 0, and they're down a single right now. Decision time coming.
How about the bomb by the offense? The Hail Mary, they go deep. The defense knows it's coming. That ball, where are they? Where is the defense? You got to stay as deep as the deepest and make sure this doesn't happen. The Hail Mary to success.
And now this team has fallen into a 3-game slide, and a season of promise has now had a lot of promises broken.
Yeah, this is a team that really needs to take a long, hard look in the mirror right now and make a decision. What are we going to be? What am I about? What am I willing